Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus out here again. This is a gloomy Sunday morning. Raining, grass is growing. I wish you could see some of it, can't you? Kind of green. Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard the expression that definition of a insane person. While I can't make the quote, it referenced that a person who is trying to achieve an end and he continuously tries something and it fails and he continues to duplicate it, those same things over and over and over again, and the same outcome of failure. That if a person continues to do that, or even up to this point, is the sign of an insane person. So I guess to some degree, I must claim some of that insanity. For indeed, I have been doing some of the same things over and over again. One of the things that I've been doing is focusing on the fact that there's pain and suffering in our society, and I want to see it gone. Another thing is that the people who suffer want to see it gone too, I believe, but I think they are missing something. They're missing the spirit to let them know that they got some control, they got power to change it. And so my knowing this makes me feel that it's my duty and my responsibility to stand up and do what I've been doing. But I want to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. When I say I've been doing it for quite some time, this goes back to probably 79. Up until that time, I had been working as a counselor with the Veterans Administration in Chicago and dealing with vets who come back out of Vietnam and dealing with their survivors, if there were survivors, or whatever their dependents might be, or even just the vets themselves. You get a chance to get exposed to some of the conditions that veterans, especially minority and people of color who go into the military, have to deal with in the regular society. And so it just brought me to a point that it was disgusting to me. People who fight for the freedom of everybody that's in this country to be able to do what they want to do, for rich people to be rich, to abuse people if they so desire. All these things happen because you got people putting their lives on the line for them. And then they have to suffer so much. I come back out into society, can't find a decent job, can't vote, all this kind of stuff is absolutely pathetic to me. So I figured that I'm walking around here being a counselor, all I'm doing is sharing with them the little benefits that the government has made available to them. But there was something that was greater that needed to be exposed, and that was the fact that they had the right to live as though they were in heaven. And just dealing with the veterans, it wasn't just them, it brought to the broader society. And so I decided that what I was doing at the Veterans Administration was not good enough, that I needed to do something much better than that. And that was to dedicate my life to making this pain and suffering leave this country, or play a role in it. So I quit working at the Veterans Administration, and at that time I had been married for about 7 years, or 9 years. And my wife had, we'd been, we were college graduates, we were progressive. She thought I was going to change the world another kind of way, and I had thought about changing the world the best way I could, but for me, not for anybody else, us. And so after having this change, I quit the VA, but I needed some change, so I started washing windows at a storefront. And that was just too low for her. So she decided to divorce me, and I couldn't change, so we got divorced. This is the beginning of the struggles that a person me, have dealt with in trying to show you, not that I love you. I mean, you hear me say that sometimes, but it is not my love for you. Listen to me good, people, Americans, black folks, white folks. It is not my love for you that got me standing out here in this rain this morning, telling you stuff I've been telling you for all these years. It is the love of your Creator for you that got me out here, standing out here. Right now, God has a voice standing before you, not in the churches, telling you that what you've been doing all your life is okay, or that if it's not okay, don't worry about it. There's going to be a separation. No, that God, I'm not spending time on that God today. I'm spending time on the God of life. And so that's where I'm at that point, ladies and gentlemen. It started right there. So I leave the VA, wash those front windows. My wife divorced me. Hostages get taken in Iran. I joined the military. The goat die, didn't die. But I'm going to stop right there, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to bore you. So I'm going to stop right there with part 1. And I will continue with part 2. So follow it with part 2, okay? Thank you.